everybody and welcome back to another eventing vlog. I am literally hiding in my car on event morning because the weather's turned a bit. I don't know if you can see in the camera. It was lovely and blue yesterday and it's gone a bit grey, but I need to get out and get on with things. It's been a little while since I last picked up my vlogging camera because Atty's had a quiet few weeks. His April was packed. We fit in 3 events in the space of about 5 weeks, and obviously all the training that comes with that. So the last 2 or 3 weeks he's just been really vibing, lots of hacking and obviously lots of fitness that he's still taking over, but less jumping, less schooling, less need to pick up the camera, which has been good actually because I'm back at university. You may not be able to tell yet, but if I get out the car, yeah, we're not at home. I'm back at university and I'm in the final 6 weeks of my first year of university. That is what time has just flown by, and that means plenty of assignments, plenty of exams coming up, and I have been focusing a lot on that. However, for the next 48 hours, we're going to forget all about that because we're going to go eventing. I did go up and walk the course yesterday. You guys probably know by now I love doing that. It makes me feel so much better when I've seen the course. So I will insert the course pictures now, or the course videos now, and then I will let you know my thoughts on it afterwards. There you go, now you're up to speed with the course, and how beautifully designed is it? It is honestly incredible, the work that they've put into not only making the fence look beautifully dressed, but the ground. The ground is amazing. We did have a little bit of rain this week, which has really helped because it had been really dry, but they've done such a good job, and as we were out walking the course, there was people going around aerating it again, so really impressed with that. On the whole, I think it's a very fair course. I don't feel as immediately as I did when I looked at Solihull. Maybe that's because I've already had a run at novice, but I think more likely it's because there are some big questions, but they are balanced out with very friendly let-up fences. You know, the let-up fences are not max width, max height tables, which, although they don't bother Atty, they definitely bother me. There are a couple of big questions for me. The bogey fence, and I will insert it now, is fence 10, the double of really like offset hedges, because it's on a really long 2 strides, which doesn't suit Atty. So I did walk it quite a few times yesterday, and I think we've decided that we're going to try and squeeze a 3rd one in by kind of putting a curve on the offset, but it really depends on how he's going. The Dressage Test is very friendly. It's one of my favourite ones. If anyone's done novice Dressage Test before, it's novice 112. We like that, nice and friendly. And I feel like I'm going to sound like a bit of a stuck record by this point, but I am a little bit nervous. I hadn't done any jumping, like I just said, for like 2 or 3 weeks, and went cross country schooling this week, show jumped. I'll insert some footage of it all now, and as good as it's been, yeah, I've definitely been nervous, but I'm hoping that I can work through that today and just get over it. Good morning. You ready to go eventing? Let's get down and see Star. Good morning. Saying hello to the camera. Okay, event prep is well underway. I'll pan you around and show you what I'm doing. Currently, a lot of tack cleaning. Apparently news travels that I plant like a 3-year-old. 3-year-old could genuinely do better plaiting at me. So I'm going to do lots of tack leaning, and Rochelle may possibly plait Atty for me, which is, I'm not going to complain about, very kind. And look what we've got here. A list. So hopefully they'll be forgetting absolutely nothing today, and my new segment of what's Flo forgotten to go eventing with won't have to happen. Okay, for once, I'm actually going to show my plaits on the vlog because I didn't do them, Rochelle did them. I'm not sure if you've met Rochelle on the vlog before, but look how good they look. And also, I'm going to introduce you to Twinkle, because Twinkle's also coming with us today. Hello. It's still tucked away, but here is our ride for the day. It's a little bit different. It's also an eco track. Oh, hello. Just like you're used to seeing on the vlog, but it's a bit of a smaller one. This is a 3.5 ton, so theoretically, I could drive this. I think we are officially nearly ready. Just come to find some storage Rochelle told me about that I hadn't found, and I can see it. It's up there. That's actually really useful. Yeah, nearly ready to go. We've got front row seats, and Atty and Twinkle are sharing some hay. Right, we've arrived and we're in pretty good time for once. Atty's looking very smart, studs all in. Yeah, not stressing about time, which we like. Mum would be very proud. And she is actually on her way. She's coming to watch and get some good footage, so you'll see her in a minute. Right, she's all ready, she's all dressed up, ready to go. Final couple of minutes of calm before it gets real. And it is very weird eventing in a different lorry, like, although it's only supposed to be 1 ton less than ours is 4.5 tons, it feels very different. Everything's not where it's normally, but no, we've made good time. No need to stress. I'm now just convincing myself, in case you couldn't tell. No need to stress. Be okay. You'll remember the dressage test. Let's do it. Just testing. Okay, hello everybody. I thought I would pop in a little bit of a voiceover of my dressage test because for once I actually kept the sheet, and at this point, although he was moving really nicely, I was quite nervous about the test because you could hear that whinny in the background. That was his newfound bestie calling to him and he was calling back, so I was a little bit worried, but we got off to a good start and this was actually the best mark of our whole test. We got an 8 for this, so big up getting a good mark for the centre line because I often fall short there. Then we had a dreaded 15-metre circle, which I'm about to do, and we got a 7.5 for that. Can you believe it? 7.5 for a 15-metre circle? I thought he was actually looking pretty good here, and I'm about to set up for a leg yield, which is usually not our strong point. So I was very pleased that we got a 7.5 for this. It was quite a generous leg yield. I actually, looking at that, do not think that was worth a 7.5, but we take it. Yeah, it was quite a generous leg yield because you had a long time to set up and you only went from the BE line and you only had to go from the quarter line, so really not too harsh. This medium for him, pretty nice I thought. What did we get? A 7? 6.5! Ooh, Josh didn't agree. And then that was also for our transition to walk, which I agree, that wasn't ideal. And he had a little bit of a spook at somebody coming out of a portaloo, so yeah, that's fair. We got a 6 for our free walk on a long rein, which if you event you'll know how annoying that is because the free walk on a long rein for whatever reason is actually worth double marks, so that's the equivalent of getting 2 6s. But watching this back, it's totally fair enough. He wasn't really stretching down or moving forward, so he didn't really tick any of those boxes. The transition to trot got a 6.5. The judge said that he could be a bit more supple. I think he does start to get it together a bit more here. Ooh, maybe not. I could have shortened my reins a fraction more and held him a bit better. I think here I kind of got that message, but the first few strides of trot were a little bit head shaky and choppy. Yeah, not liking that trot particularly, but we're about to set up for another leg yield from the 3/4 line, which we got a 7.54, and I actually thought this one was quite good. I remember at the time being quite pleased with it, and watching back on the video, it doesn't look too bad at all. Our transition to canter here, we got a 6.54. She said it was a bit laboured. I agree, I just didn't think she'd have been able to see it. I thought she might have missed the sort of slightly laboured front end, but obviously it was reflected in the back end. That was our medium canter there, which we got a 6.5 for. She said we need more ground cover. That's fair enough. I nearly forgot that movement, fun fact. I literally came around that corner and was like, what am I meant to be doing here? So I really did not set him up very well at all. We got a 7.5 for that transition. I think they just call it a change of the leg over X, which I was quite pleased with. I thought he was pretty responsive. I haven't really practiced that movement very much. I guess it's the beginning of simple changes, so I was quite pleased with that. And then a 7 for that half 20-metre circle with medium canter, so we obviously improved. Down the centre line we got a 7. She said it was very straight. I did trot a bit early, but luckily I don't think she noticed that. And then we got a 7 for a halt, which again, pretty pleased with that. He kept his head down, which he quite often chucks it in the air, but it wouldn't be the end of an Atty test if he didn't have to have an itch, bless his heart. And then I got 7 by riding, which was nice, and then he got a 6.5 for all of his collectives, so that includes paces, impulsion and submission. Not too bad at all. That put us on a score, well, I will tell you what score that put us on in a minute. No spoilers. Okay, so dressage is done. I was a little bit worried about how it was going to go because Twinkle and Atty got very attached to the warm-up and they were winning at each other, and I was thinking, what's going to happen? But he was actually a really good boy. I think some of his frustration and his kind of like attention that he was trying to direct towards Twinkle actually made him quite uphill and balanced, and he did a pretty nice test. There were a couple of things on my part. The first canter I sort of forgot what I was doing and didn't give him very long to set up for the mediums, which is annoying because after Solihull I really wanted to like have punchy mediums because we had comments about them not being obvious enough. And he had a bit of a spook in the walk because someone opened the portaloo directly like in front of him, and he just, yeah, had a little bit of a look at that. But on the whole, pretty pleased with it, and we just got our score in, and it's 31.5, which is, I think, the best we've ever had at this level. We've had a 32 before, but yeah, I think that's the best. So I'm kind of expecting them to change it. I'm kind of expecting it to be a mistake, but pleased with that, and yeah, ready for the show jumping.
One, two, three.
I'm slowly.
.673 slow Carter, with the Auburn done.
Right, very briefly, because Mum has run off with the camera, and so you have to do with iPhone quality. Shocker, not like I survived on that for over a year. Cross country colours are out, which means I'm officially getting nervous. So pleased with how he show jumped. Yeah, he was absolutely amazing. The pole was entirely my fault. I fired him at an upright. Why did I do that? But no, he jumped mega. He dealt with the crowd, like not the crowds, but like the atmosphere very, very well. Feeling a little bit nervous, but I'm trying to like keep moving, keep going to yeah, to stop myself from feeling nervous. Wish us luck. Not sure if you'll see me again until we're out the other side. You are also getting a cross-country voiceover today. Firstly, to say thank you so much to everyone who sent in some amazing videos. There's so much footage which makes this vlog just so much better. But secondly, because I want to show you this following clip twice, because I'm about to nearly hit the deck. And I thought I'd go into a little bit more detail as to what I think happened, because I didn't analyse it in the outro. This is a fairly straightforward fence. It's fence 7, it's a bench. I didn't set him up particularly well for it. I saw a bit of a deep shot, but I just don't think he read it at all. You'll see here he leaves a leg and I nearly fly out the front door. I land on his neck, my glasses cut my nose, they fell down my face. I was quite worried they might come off for a second. He was really good not to spook or like freak out as I'm sat on his neck, and he does just get on with it, and I managed to sort of shimmy back into position, but for a minute I really thought I was a goner. And weirdly, this actually really boosted my confidence. It made me think about how nervous I'd been about falling off subconsciously, not necessarily consciously, and kind of gave me a renewed adrenaline, like, oh, I wasn't scared, I almost just fell off, and when your adrenaline's up, that doesn't really faze you, and I think I actually attacked the rest of the course a whole lot better. I mean, you have to let me know what you think.
Up here onto water, straight to the day over the double run, switching on for the sundown stages. But up to 4, the Sundown Spirit LMS, the owner rider on the Chestnut Gelding. Now the lovely Sun Gelding, Corbin and Flo Carter away. The Corby Commercial rushes with the Rockingham Castle firmly behind them. Final countdown in the start box. Mary Edmondson, Mrs. Nightfire, another ride for Mary, this one owned by Mrs. Diana Hayes. Another ride for Mary, this one owned by clear for Johnny, but 76.42 I'm afraid is the time. So another 66.35. They are running well ahead of time, but you are the remaining competitor, the only one they're waiting for. So 6:35. Sally Lister, please, to show jumping. Flo Carter and Auburn Dunn have flowed beautifully around this course. Jump the exquisitely dressed Platinum Jubilee Fence 2.
Atty is having his recovery in our sleep, and I'm so pleased. Oh, I don't think I got that. He just pulled. Just taking Atty out to the field. I realised I never really rounded up the vlog properly, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. But yes, hey Simon. Time to field we go. Very, very pleased with him, and full update pending. Right, I've actually come to the yard to film something a little bit different, hence why I'm in my lovely CT Equine Collection wear and Star is all tacked up and ready for action. But I realised I never rounded up my event vlog, so wrong horse, maybe I'll go and find Atty. I'm sure he won't come out of his stable and be friendly. I do realise this probably isn't my best ever event vlog. I didn't keep you super duper up to date at all times because it was my first time eventing from university. There he is, hiding away in the corner. So everything was just a bit different, very much working out how to do things. Mum wasn't there, and obviously she's usually the one that like picks up the camera and goes, right, Flo, say something, because I ask her to. So very much figuring that all out. But I hope that it was still enjoyable, and hopefully next time I go eventing from uni I've got my bearings a bit more and I need to just allow a little bit more time to pick up the camera and film. I literally had about 25 minutes in the end between my cross country and show jumping. What are you doing? So yeah, not a particularly long amount of time, so there wasn't much between there, but I think I've kept you quite well updated with how some of it went. I was very pleased with Atty's dressage, as we said, and I've done a full voiceover of that. His show jumping was lovely, the pole was completely my fault, and the cross country, he was amazing. You'll have seen the footage of where I almost hit the deck, but he was really good and took all the nice long distances and put all the strides in that I was hoping he would, so can't really ask for much more than that. He made that course feel easy, and yeah, I just got such a buzz from it and really felt like I got my confidence back. Weirdly, nearly falling off made me realise that the last, 7 months now, ever since I had that confidence knock, I have been worried about falling off. And then almost falling off made me realise that in the moment I wasn't scared about it at all. At no point was I like, oh, even when I sat on his neck with my glasses were down, you can see if I zoom in, I've cut my nose. And I wasn't worried about falling off, so yeah, it gave me like a real new confidence, which I know that sounds so silly, but it really did. I was like, why have I been worried about this? Why have I been scared? And it made me definitely attack the rest of the course because I had this newfound like adrenaline and confidence, and I really enjoyed the whole round. Quite often I don't enjoy the cross country until I get over the finish line and then I'm like, that was fun, but actually I enjoyed the entire round. It was great, had a good time. So I think that's all there is to say. I'm pretty sure our next event is going to be BCA at the start of June, which will be fun, and you're going to be seeing a little bit more of this face because he should be starting, fingers crossed, jumping and doing a little bit more fun, exciting stuff, cantering very, very soon. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!